Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello. How we doing? How we doing? Alright, let's get this started. Oops. Ow. Dude, I need to get a new Type-C cord here. This one's getting worked. Wonder if the cat's destroying it. Hello, game? Hello? Hello? I saw What's-Her-Face, Galaga, show up at the bottom right. Alright, I'm just gonna assume Crasherino. Let's run it back. And there's a Galaga at the bottom right, and then the Atlas splash shows up. There we go. Okay. Guess it just had a seizure. It's fine. It's cool. It happens. As long as it happens then and not in the middle of a game. Alrighty, so what we were doing yesterday was a lot of side missioning, and then we were told the very next day, swap off merchant.
What now? The freedom of a wanderer.
Thank you. Swap off merchant. And then, yeah, we were told that the fight with Luis is happening tomorrow. And whatever that's supposed to mean. I think it's still kind of early in this phase of the game for that to be the final bits of the game. There's got to be more going on. And it's very similar to Persona 5. As soon as you think you hit the end of the game, you very much did not hit the end of the game. So, we're going to find out. So, what we're going to do for this night session here, we're actually going to go out to... I don't think there's any followers to hang out with.
Is it finally time?
Hey!
Tomorrow's to do for the Royal Capital. Right, let's prepare as best we can. Yeah. There's Loveless, dumbass. We can hang out with Juna, potentially. And you know what? I think we're going to until we hit the wall, because we're going to hit a wall with our Royal Virtue for Eloquence. It's probably going to happen right there. That's going to be her... I think with Juna, that's going to be her, like, major next tidbit, so... also, why do you have that above your head?
Yes, hello.
What's going on, Rudolph? So Ford, my primary obstacle among the candidates, is dead. What a fool, relying on something so unstable as religion for support. Alright. The only constants in the world are power and military might. And I, Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, leader of the Roussant, in the perfect candidate to demonstrate this truth. Only Luis remains to challenge me, yet I do not know what other tricks he holds up his sleeve. Thus, before him, I ought to crush those irritating minor candidates. Rest assured that you too will be part of my purge. Before I deal with Luis, I swear I will send you to your grave. I have no need to obfuscate my whereabouts. Here's my next destination. Alright.
Dismissed.
If you're bold enough to fight, then come and face me. I wonder if we pull up all the candidates. In fact, I think I'll sweeten the deal to ensure you don't turn tail. If you beat me, I'll give you a weapon that's extremely effective against monsters. What do you say? You foolish enough to fight me? It only makes it more interesting.
Lost his coat.
Fun. Okay. Now, I'm curious if the other candidates are somewhere out and about. Same with what's her face? Katharina, like she's somewhere out in the wild. Like I have no idea, so. Pro, yo, what up, Smile? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang out with Juna, unless her virtue check is eloquence, in which case we're screwed. Actually, we're going to... No, if it was, it would not show up with that icon, so we can hang out with her. So, cool. Let's go talk with her. Maybe Yufa's gonna require eloquence. Someone's going to.
Hey.
Finally facing off Louise. Yeah. No problem. Let's hang out. What we doing?
Thank you.
You hit the forest outside Brawlhaven. A carriage can get us there quickly, so let's be off. Bet. Alright.
Here.
Let me situate myself real quick. Oh, where it all went down. Here we are. I was tied up and left to die here. Field of Erica flowers and the leaves we need. Writes. I can almost hear the song I sang to myself back then, a song of hope, of wanting to live. How much wood woodchuck chuck woodchuck could chuck wood has a classic one, bro. Funny, isn't it? I came to loathe these flowers so much I never wanted to see them again, and now I'm here because I need them. That nightmarish experience gave me the ability to tell what the leaves look like, and now I can help someone who helped me because of it.
Then.
When I look at it that way, it's almost as though I survived that hell for a reason. Gives it more significance. Fate is strange.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
We're saving Mirdis, but I can't help but feel I'm being saved too. June took me through the field, forging of Erica flowers.
Yep.
Can't imagine we need more than this, just hope it works. I didn't revert. I'm here in the place where most of my nightmares came true and I haven't changed.
Honestly.
I thought that if I had shown that form to anyone ever again, it might be alright if that person was you. What do you mean? Go on. What game is that? This is called Metaphor ReFantazio. If you've ever played the Persona series by Atlus or Shin Megemi Tensei, same people. It's their first, I guess, new IP. It's a new IP in its first iteration. Who's to say there's gonna be more? But it's not a bad game. It's very, if you ever played Persona, it's very similar. Like, it's very similar. Some pretty decent differences, but very similar. Go on.
For real?
Nope, that about covers it.
I'm going home.
Lol. Anyway, we're done here. Let's head back to Brawlhaven and Mirdis. Hey. Mirdis. They don't say their name, so I just have to guess. Mirdis.
Hey.
I'm sure it's a struggle to speak, but I gathered some leaves that can counteract the poison.
Hey.
Poison! I'm sure I was the last person you wanted to come to your rescue, but the feeling was likewise when you saved me.
Please.
You love singing more than anything, don't you? Losing your voice is unacceptable. I only hope it works. I'm assuming that's what it means, and that means it works. I don't know. I don't know why, but this reminds me of Berserk. Did I ever play? Oh, maybe the art style? Like, you're talking the anime, right? I never watched. I heard it's really good, but yeah, I never watched. I mean, anime's strong. We'll put it that way. The Persona series, even this game, their other games, it's basically its own anime, but it's a JRPG as well. Like, there are moments where it'll go to cutscenes, and it looks like it's straight up an anime. Like, the art style, all that stuff. It's very anime art style, for sure. I even think they have a Persona 5 anime series that you can watch instead of playing the game, but I'd recommend playing the game because it's a good game. But yeah, no, yeah. Art style, 100% anime. 100%.
Yay!
Oh, thank goodness, your voice. Oh, you both for this, but why go through all that for me? Should be obvious now. I'm grateful to you. And as someone who shares your passion for singing, I understand all too well what it would look like to lose my voice.
And then?
There are some things I can only express through singing. I'm sure you're the same way. And besides, I never got the chance to hear you sing. Juna, I'm glad you're better.
Oh.
Frustrated is what I am. She's better than me in every possible way. I'm from a poor bog of a town in the middle of nowhere. I was the best singer in the village, and so I came to the big city. Lol. Let me spoil you what Berserker is. Basically, the main character enemy banged his wife in front of him, and plus is very messed up. There's more stuff. Gotcha. I mean, there's always that honestly reminds me of plenty of movies. That's always a It's a strong protagonist upcoming backstory. I don't know. Tried and true trope. Something devastating happens to his family, for sure. And then it goes berserk. I don't know. But everyone here, all over the country even, they're so focused on you. They won't give a country girl like me half a second, much less a song. Last year I got the headline for this festival and I thought it might be my big break, but then you had to barge in. But it don't matter. I lost to you the second I thought to pull you down from the dirty schemes. Coming here didn't change who I was, deep down. Hearing you sing live though, my jaw hit the floor. I could feel the emotions flooding out of you. You just wanted everyone to be happy. I ain't never been so miserable. I figured I'd head home, but then there was this sneaky-looking Sanctus.
You know,
I really am sorry about that outfit.
then...
We can apologize to Capra for that one later. Together. And it's far too early for you to conclude I've outclassed you.
I'm fine.
You're a strong person, someone who'd risk their own safety to protect someone else. Wouldn't you agree? I want to hear you sing.
Right.
Yep.
Same here. I want to hear a song that comes from your heart. Fine. You can drop in next time I have a stage. Lol. Have you heard about Marvel Rivals? Yes. I played a decent amount of it so far. I'm actually planning on switching over to that once we're done with this game. We're pretty close to getting this game done, I think. We're like 85-90% of the way done through the story of this game. But once we're done, we'll switch over to that, since that's kind of taken over the landscape right now in terms of competitive shooters. So, Jeff and Noel gets the cutest encounter ever. Oh, do they? I can't stand Jeff. Jeff needs to get deleted. I'm over that character.
So, music.
Music encourages us, comforts us, supports us, pulls us by the hand when we can't take another step, and it walks alongside us. When the ground feels like it's opened up beneath you, it's the magic that lifts you back up. It saved me once. I want to offer that to someone.
Hey.
That's why I sing, Mirtis. So if you're ready to take that on, I'll be waiting for you on the grand stage. Couldn't have said it better myself. I'll knock you off your high horse soon enough. Should be fun. When the day comes, you have to be the judge. Bet. Have our own little American Idol bit. It's OP for real. You could nerf it. They kind of did.
So much.
Oh, there we go. Battle Hypnosis. While in reserve, Juna will gain experience at the normal rate. Good. Now we can swap out Juna for literally anyone else in the party. But no, they did nerf Jeff's ult. It's less his ult now. The kid's kind of like barren, to be honest. If you look at someone like Moon Knight, who's got like 7 abilities, like dude's got bars for stuff. Granted, you know, yeah, whatever. That's not worth getting into. But, you know, Jeff can drop the bubbles, left click to heal, go into the ground and, you know, swim around like a shark, and then ultimate just sucks everyone in and then spits them off the edge of the map, or just dives off the edge of the map. Like, I feel it. But they did nerf it, because it used to be, if you would imagine the plane that Jeff consumes the people, used to be like a half dome, a sphere almost. So anyone underneath but anyone on top, just a big old sphere. It's not a sphere anymore, and it's more of a so the circle, but it's I think it, what did they say, it goes like a few meters above. So if you're someone like Rocket or someone who flies, you can very easily get up and above and out of the way of getting sucked in by Jeff. And that's a nice change instead of the sphere, because the sphere just meant anyone on it and probably above, unless you were Iron Man just super up in the sky, you're probably getting sucked in, which was stupid and obnoxious. Honestly, should only pull people in that are very close to the ground, if not on the ground. But jumping isn't good enough to get you out, because everyone could just time a jump and then just not get sucked in. But I don't know. Weird character. Ult was annoying to deal with. Less people are playing Jeff now, which is good, so I'm here for it. But it's still good, though. It's still good, though. If you can pull a few people in and get them off and throw them off the edge of the map, sure. Why not? Just obnoxious. Almost seemed like too much of a crutch ability, that it got too much value out of so little effort. And that seems to be the formula with these hero shooters, is that there needs to be a balance between value and effort. If too much effort goes into something with so little value, it needs to change. If so much value gets out of something for such a little effort, something needs to change. It's just that simple. I feel like that's got to be a good philosophy when it comes to dealing balance with characters like that. Still rank 2. We're as prepared as we can be for tomorrow's big day. We'll be up against Luis, and this time, he'll be ready and waiting for you. Captain, surely you have reservations about this. Forgive me, am I speaking out of turn, but is your mind truly clear of doubts?
Somehow.
I mean to say, if you strike down a man who is not your true enemy, will you truly be able to call yourself a righteous prince? To tell the truth.
However,
I challenge you on this only because I think it foolish to be brought to a standstill by it.
may I speak?
I do not believe Luis innocent in the slightest. On the contrary, in but a few months, he has slain the king and your comrade besides. Is it any wonder that people seek to end his life? He has lived by a doctrine of power, and his every step has been in the service of that purpose. He sealed his fate, and you, as a contender for the throne, should not waste time deliberating over whether such an ideology is fit to rule. Is that not so?
It'll be all right.
You are already in second place in the contest. Countless people have thrown their support behind you. Never forget that. This may have made a pretty good point. If we're going to take back the country, we can't let self-doubt stop you in your tracks here.
We can't lose.
Everything else is done. Everything we've done has been for this day. So let's take it all. Let's take it all in and stick it to Luis, Farella, Grease, and everyone we lost. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. All the pain we endured will be the power in the end.
Right.
I don't want a king who believes might mix right. There's no reason you can't be a contender yourself. And now that you've declared yourself the prince, it's not like he can afford to fall on your face in front of everyone anyway. Prepare for the final battle. I need to prepare for my following competition with Luis and head to Grand Chan. All I can do now is put everything on the line.
That reminds me.
This just does not feel like the end of the game. Nearest apparently wants to make some kind of grand entrance in Grand Tread with the Sky Runner. Despite everything going on, that's his biggest priority, but maybe that's exactly what we need to make this work. Unrelated question, would you rather have the toilet water touch your butt every time you pulp? Or always splash your legs with pee when you pee? I see what you're saying. The only issue with that question is that chances are the toilet water's not always gonna come back up, but the pee is inevitable. Or you're splashing leg with pee when you pee. Every time you pee in a toilet or a urinal, you are constantly being sprayed by your pee. As a man. It's just inevitable. There is always very tiny, very little. But you're talking like a straight up, oops, I just went on my leg. Like I missed everything and just hit my leg. See, the chances of either one of those unfortunate circumstances happen very rarely, I would say. Especially for me. So, which would I rather? Honestly, probably the pee. Because pee, you know, it's sterile. Nothing in it. It's just pee. Now, unless it's my own. No. Yeah, honestly, probably the pee. But both unlikely to even happen to begin with. Especially the peeing on the leg part. I don't think I've ever done that. Sometimes I, miss the toilet and, pee in the, on the side of the toilet, which, unfortunate, but I clean it up. But no, don't think I've ever accidentally peed on my leg. That feels like a weird one. Alright.
Okay then.
Well then, let's get a full night's rest, that we're ready for tomorrow.
Time marches on,
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
And even the toilet water touching your butt bit, that gets mitigated if you've got a, what do you call it? A bidet, right?
It's finally here.
You just get to immediately just spray some water and clean yourself off. Imagine. So we set up for the royal capital and the decisive battle of our lives. I'm a little disappointed. I had just begun to grow accustomed to the cold. Cannot say the same. Regardless, we've done all that we can here. Let us depart with our heads held high, yes? Shut up. Nura sure seemed thrilled about arriving by sky instead of teleportation magic. All it takes is a day to get there from here. We'll have them city folks shaking in their boots. Let's meet at the runner once we polished off breakfast. Polished off breakfast. It's probably going to be an anime cutscene, potentially.
At last, only a day remains.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this is where we end it.
Between him and the Criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Nah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. But I'll admit, I have my own suspicions.
What? Losing your nerve, old fella? Me? I'm ready to lay the bastard out. I owe him at least one solid whack in the face from Ardell.
You can start with one for Del. Give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it.
Yeah, relax,
Nella said
Gallica.
as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim. Though I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want that. I thought he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Brella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
My phone is dying. Got like dead pixels, aka black spots on the top, which means I can't access, and the type thing is kind of buggy, so sometimes I misspell stuff. Gotcha. That's unfortunate. You can probably take that to a phone repair. Maybe they can switch out the screen. Like that, it just happened. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, feels bad, man. Yeah, I wonder if you can probably swap out the screen. It's gonna cost a little bit of money, but that'd be an annoying thing to have happen, like, constantly. Just your phone just being a pain in the ass. Aww. Why are you yawning? You tired of some shit? To Grand Trad. Of course, step at the capital in the final confrontation with Louise. Is everyone prepared? Of course.
Great. Let's move up.
Yeah, sure, why not? Feels prepared, man.
The stage is set for the
Don't worry, I'm gonna get a new phone. Ah, there we go.
In Grand Trad. And so the gauntlet runner takes to the sky. He does not return within the hush of teleportation magic.
His phone's on death's door.
But with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more.
He is a boy no more.
He stands now on equal footing with Luis. And his triumphant descent over the capital will finally make that known.
There's gotta be an anime cutscene for this.
Is only a means to an end.
No shot, there isn't. Nah, it's a normal cutscene.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back!
Your Highness!
Oh, and they're all under the illusion that I'm the actual prince. Lol. What's up, my people?
It's His Royal Highness the Prince! We've been waiting for you! Go and teach that damn Luis a lesson!
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's.
Mm-hmm.
After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
What do you think feels worse, a leg cramp or that whatchamacallit where your leg feels very sensitive with static and very heavy? Like, you mean asleep? I always called it like ants are crawling all over your leg or inside your leg or something. But yeah, I know that feeling. A leg cramp or your leg's asleep. Yeah, probably the cramp. Because that can wake my leg up. It'll take a second. I don't know if I've ever had my leg, like a full appendage asleep. No, I take that back. I've had my arm asleep where I just can't even move it. Like, it's a wild feeling. I slept on it weird and I just cut off all the circulation and I just couldn't move my arm for like a good 2 minutes. It was wild. But, nah, probably a cramp, because that persists. That sticks around. Yeah, whether or not it's a Charlie horse or something, like just some part of your leg, like a muscle seized, and then it's just taken forever for it to, like, relax and then go back to normal. But because it's seized, it's strained as well. Yeah, nah. A cramp persists and is a pain in the ass. Dislocated your shoulder sleeping once? Yikes. Yeah, what up, G? No, I've never dislocated, but no, yeah, like my arm was straight up. I couldn't even bend my fingers. Like, couldn't bend my elbow, couldn't do nothing. I had to like roll off of it and then try to get some blood pumping into it. It took like 30 seconds, but yeah, it was kind of weird. Being sick. Oh, yikes. Yeah. I mean, I've had things fall asleep constantly, but this one time I was just.
I know it's not where you're just like.
Yeah, I just rolled.
You rolled it up and it's just.
Yeah, I rolled in my sleep, but the way I like stopped, it was just circulation cut off.
Yeah, and you're just like.
Yeah. I'm just like.
Imagine.
Mm. Mm.
It's like once you try to move it, and then it's like, oh. Imagine that happening to your leg or your foot, and you stand up.
Oh yeah.
You take a step,
and then it just collapses. Nope, I haven't done that before. Broke my ankle bone. Now it's not the right place. Rip. But it still works properly. Gotcha. Trying to find a game that's decent. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you. Yeah, okay. Damn autocorrect. Nah, you're good, Smile.
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop it, Luis.
Yeah.
You've got to kill all the idiots.
Kill all the idiots.
They're not right in the head.
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
But still.
Over there! His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived.
Whoa, and Lady Juna as well!
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the room.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
And what? We're just not gonna draw a crowd? I bet. And pay what they want for fucking
All
garbage.
the
Yeah.
customers say they're on your side.
I feel it. I feel
I'm
it.
surprised at how popular you are.
Have you been okay?
Have you been doing okay?
Everything was fine. Everyone kept talking about you a lot, so I didn't get so lonely.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
Fuck, remember when games were 30 bucks? Yeah, same. 30 bucks, 40 bucks. Even the cartridge games back in the day.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped.
Now they
to
want
dangerous passions.
75 for a partial game. I feel that. No.
Whatever they make of it, we've come this
Hold on.
far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
I'm at the point now when it comes to any game on Steam especially that says it's in early access and they want full price for the game. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. I'll wait until the game's 1.0. Even if the price goes up another 10 bucks, I'd rather pay for a fully flushed out finished game than for a discounted partial game where I don't even get to play all the way from beginning to end. Like, there's plenty of games I played early access where it's just missing so many things, and I'm just like, and then they slowly start putting in those things until it's fully flushed out, and I'm just like, I don't want to go back into your game anymore. I already played it plenty of times, and every, I guess, update that they put into the game until they got to 1.0 was just never a good payoff. Like, you're not playing the game and then getting all of this, you know, major content updates so that you get the full version of it. It's like, no, you played it bit after bit after bit. You were along for the entire development cycle, practically. So it's almost like you're playing the game as a developer and you're less so playing the game as like a enthusiast. And then the, I guess, the magic of whatever the game could have given for you is just gone. So there are plenty of games right now. Like, I want to play the second, crap, what's it called? Damn it. It was a roguelike game. Hold on a second. I played the first one, and then the second one went on early access. What's it called? Same with Frostpunk, but Frostpunk got bad reviews, so I'm just like, I think I'm dodging that one. Hades. Hades 2 came out, but it came out in early access. And same deal. Price is going to go up, I think, a little bit, like 10, 15, 20 bucks when it's 1.0 official release. But I'm just like, I'm not going to bother. Because if I play the game now and I find out all the content and story elements then by the time it hits 1.0, I'm not getting a whole bunch, probably not getting a whole bunch of new content. So it's like you almost spoil the game for yourself just to get the 1.0 bit, which was like maybe another few hours of content. So I'd much rather just pay full price for the whole thing when it's 1.0 and done, not this early access, early release stuff. Because I'm tired of playing the games that just aren't finished. So anything that goes in early access, unless I really want to play it, I just can't. I'm not bothering. So the rest is DLC for 50. Yeah, there are a few games I think that are an exception to that. Yeah, I've seen some people play Frostpunk. I was not thrilled for it. I like the first one. There were some bits I didn't like about it. It wasn't like a true RTS sort of survival deal, but it did have those elements. They were just very... It seemed very much on a rail system, you know? Like, it was very much going towards one particular direction for the playthroughs. And it got... There were difficulty multipliers you could put onto it, but... I heard the second one was just like, it's completely different from the first one, kinda. It's more of like a social engineering sort of game, where there's like factions in a city and you have to deal with them, and I'm just like, oh, that wasn't the first one. And everyone's like, well, it's not supposed to be the first one. And I'm just like, then it's not Frostpunk 2, it's something else entirely. So, I think I'm just gonna dodge that one. Unless it goes on discount for like 20 bucks, so... Lackluster graphics, extreme basic survival crap. Yeah, it sounded like they took a lot of the survival elements out of it, and it just became something else entirely. I'm just like, the survival elements were kind of the fun part. Like, being able to overcome such devastating survival conditions is kind of a fun game concept to me. Seem more like a sim builder to me? Yeah. Yeah. There were endless modes where it just kept getting more difficult and you just had to keep persevering through, like, the tough part. And that got more fun, but that's something I kind of wish they went in the direction of for the second one, but they went somewhere else with it, so... Yeah, who knows? If there's another game that wants to come out that's similar to that, then cool. I'll just wait around for that. Because some of those sim games, those Sim City builder games are kind of fun. Some do it okay. Others do it kind of meh, but... Curious who's gonna really get that formula right, because I also play Farthest Frontier, is that the name of it? And it's that one I kind of regret getting early access to, and which is probably another reason why I don't do it anymore. Because what it had was good at the beginning, but it's just been spoiled for me. So it's slowly but surely getting into its 1.0 release, releasing a bunch of new interesting content. But every time I go into a new city, build it up from the bottom up, I'm just like, there's still plenty of stuff I wish they would have put into this game. And it having taken so long to get to 1.0, and then if it were to get to 1.1 or 1.2, it's going to take like another 2 years for them to get there. And by the time they get there, I'm going to move on and go play something else. Because what it has is a good, I guess, SimCity builder idea, but there are some problems with it, and it's taken too long to get there. If someone else pops up, I'd rather go play that, so... I don't know, dude. But yeah, I feel you. There's nothing really out there to play. It's just kind of stuff to kind of pass the time. And again, whether or not you feel like dropping 60, 70, 80 bucks or something, it just all depends on whether or not you feel like you're going to get any value out of it. And if there's no value, then yeah, just kind of screwed. You might go play something else that you've been playing way too much of. Do you know if Payday 3 ever fixed their dumbass error? I have no idea, dude. I haven't played Payday 3 since after its second month of release, give or take. Yeah, right. No, like Payday 3 is disappointing. Like, straight up, Payday 3 introduced a lot of quality of life improvements over Payday 2, without a doubt. But it didn't evolve past Payday 2 to become something else. It just became the same game with better mechanics. That's more or less the difference, right? That's something I played about 2 weeks after launch. Gotcha. No, yeah, I tried sticking with it to see for streaming and whatnot if it was a good idea to keep playing it, and I was just like, nah. And then there was nothing to do in the game because it was so barren in terms of content compared to Payday 2. I was just like, if anything else pops up, I'm gonna go play it. And then sure enough, things popped up, so I'm just like, alright, bet, I'm out. It fucked up the XP in the game. Yeah. Right. But nah, dude, I was expecting something else, something more. Granted, my bar was probably a little too high, but at the same time, I think it was achievable. You know, I kind of I put out in a video kind of what I wanted Payday 3 to be, and yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish it went somewhere else other than what Payday 2 was, because Payday 2 was done. You cannot make a new game and have it that eerily similar to where it's a Unreal Engine 5 update graphic game. Cool. New mechanics, new ways to go through it, but more or less the same deal. You can stealth things, you can go loud. Cool. Bet. But I wanted something a little bit more evolved in the game to make it more, not real, but just different. But same game. So they release new heists, new characters, new weapons, new cosmetics, new shit like that. And it's just like, it's Payday, you know? All they had to do was take the base Payday 2 and transfer to Payday 3. Yeah. All they could do right now, honestly, dude, if they could take the entire Payday 2 content library and just port it to Payday 3, that'd be the best case scenario. Including, adding in all the stuff they want to do for Payday 3's story and whatnot, but just port everything over. That'll help. It'll completely overwrite Payday 2 as a game, but that'll help. Not to do would have to come from time, but they really screwed it over. Yeah. But I don't know, dude. No Payday. Not until something gets significantly revamped. I saw they added First World Bank, and I'm just like, dope. Kind of don't care. But yeah, for Payday, meh. I might go back to the game after like 2 years. We'll find out. And then, yeah. Anything else that's coming out, like down the... I don't know. What else is coming out, actually? The only big game that I'm willing to drop, like, pre-order for right now would probably be Monster Hunter. Because that looks dope, and I've got high hopes for it. High hopes. Hoping. Coping. Game releases 2025. 2025 upcoming game releases 4 hours ago. All right, bet. January, and it's just like every game. It's like, I don't want every game because every game sucks. There's only like 5 games that are good. Okay, I'm just gonna go through the list. If anything came out, I want to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because I never played the original. The only early, I played like Final Fantasy 3 or 4. There was one on the Game Boy, but the very earliest console-related Final Fantasy I've ever played, I think, was 10. So the original 7 I never played, so I like playing through the new updated one. Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles, Omega LOL. January. The amount to do came out, really screwed over. Last time I checked, there was an average of 300 players a day. Yikes. There's more people playing Payday 2, right? Payday 2 is still like in the tens of thousands. I was about to pre-order Civ 7, but then I was looking more into it, and it's like it's Civ 1, 2, 4, and I didn't like those much. Yikes. I never played the Civ ones. I've heard they're kind of good. But, yeah.
On 360, one of them was free. I think it was
Oh, yeah.
pretty fun.
Yeah. Nah, I just never got into it. Spider-Man 2 is coming out for the PC on January 30th. I played the first one on PlayStation when that came out. I've not played the new one, the second one, so potential. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is coming out in February. Heard the first one was okay. Pretty good, I think. Sid Meier's Civilization 7 coming out February 11th. Phantom Breaker, Afterlove, Hero, Lost Records, HPL, Die in the Dungeon, Ninja 5.0. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out at the end of February. Oh, the very last day of February, February 28th. Yes. Okay. So, beginning of March, we're going to be on Monster... we're going to have to check the specs on that bitch. I doubt my computer's going to be able to stream it. Fragpunk, Split Fiction, Wonderstop, Path of Fury Episode 1, Tetsuno's Tower, WWE 2K5, MLB The Show 25, Assassin's Creed Shadows coming out March 20th. Definitely gonna keep an eye on that one. First Berserker, April. Detective, Crashlands, Rusty Rabbit, whatever those are, Mirage, Ignitus, Fatal Fury, Super Technos World, May, Void Sales, Doom, The Dark Ages. Oh yeah, the new Doom game's coming out in May. That one they said you're gonna need a good computer for, so cool. Like you need RTX. You don't have an RTX GPU, you're not gonna be able to play the game. So I'm just like, crap. And that's it so far. June, July, August, September, October, nothing announced. October, Double Dragon Revive. November, December, nothing to be announced. Everything else to be announced is to be announced, and I'm not going through that list because it's too much. So, honestly, it's like 3 games. Maybe. It's like maybe 3 games. They can't be, but they can be very challenging. Oh, gotcha. Won't be getting anything for PS. Gotcha. Probably be playing for it. Probably be playing it. Has it already? What do you have already? Come April, I probably won't be on my PC much. Okay. Gotcha.
Indeed.
All right.
Let us now devote ourselves to victory.
Oh, a top tier PC.
Worry
Gotcha.
what comes after. We must believe in all we've yet accomplished.
Well, funny enough. I'm gonna wait for this to go through.
Battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful, knowing how far we've come.
So I just went, so the 5K series GPUs just went live today on the PC Builder websites for, I think, early order. I don't know if they launched availably today or they're doing it tomorrow. It's one or the other. Doesn't matter. I went to Cyberpower because they were offering good quality custom built computers with the 5080s and the 5090s. The 5090 computers went for like $4,200. I'm just like, ha! But the 5080s, which apparently the power difference between the 5080 and the 5090 is staggering. It's like 60%, which is disgusting. But 5080 computer was ranging around $2,100, $2,200, and they said sold out when I went on this morning. So I'm just like, that's funny. Then I went to iBuyPower, and they've still got them available, but they're priced a little bit higher. Their 5080 computers are priced at like $2,800. I'm just like, that makes more sense. So, camping season opens in April. Oh, it's time to spend outside. Oh, you're gonna go touch some grass? Hell yeah, brother. Dude, speaking of touching grass, I didn't really touch grass, but me and some friends went to Yosemite a few months ago. Freaking gorgeous. Like, disgustingly gorgeous. So, cool. Cool. You got an SLI 40. They still do SLI for the 4K series GPUs, but you have SLI 4090 Ti. Jesus, yeah, you're good until like the 7K series GPUs. Yeah, you're pretty much you're not even. I doubt very much games are going to be pushed to the point where you're going to need something past a 3K series GPU by the end of this decade and probably a few years into the next decade. Like, we're hitting the edge with my computer right now where it's just like, you can still play them. They might not be pretty and you might not get a high frame rate, but you can still play your games on your computer. I'm just like, cool. But some games are recommending 2K series GPUs. The requirements, the requirements are still low enough that I'm good, but yeah, it's pretty much not needed. Nah, you're good. But even, funny enough, like your 4090 Ti still probably is going to outperform the 5060 and the 5070. I think it's on par. I think what all the benchmarks were saying, just one 4090, probably not even the Ti. The Ti probably beats the 5080. Yeah, funny enough, the Ti probably still beats the 5080 until they bring out the 5080 Ti or the 5080 Super, because that tends to be the case. They drop the 80 and the 90 of the generation, and then a month or two later they bring out the Ti and the Super to, tease people, and then essentially pull the rug out from under some people for better performance, which is such a dick move. But now your 4090 shit, and your SLI, you're probably with the SLI, you're probably better than the 5090 until they introduce the Ti and the Supers. Like, damn. I spent a really pretty penny on the custom PC. Oh, God, yeah, dude. Like, the 4090s barely ever dropped in price. They were still going for, like, a couple grand just for one card. And then buying two, I'm assuming, with the SLI bridge, like, shit. And then the power supply you had to pay for that. What CPU are you running in that? You're running a Ryzen 9 Threadripper? Which isn't a stupid expensive CPU, but like, if it's not the Threadripper, are you getting any bottleneck with it. How is Monster Hunter Rise getting 160? Oh, wow. That's wild. Honestly, not too sure. Oh, okay. I would assume probably not. Probably I am. Oh, you never know. As long as you don't notice anything crazy. And I don't know what you would have to do to find out whether or not you are getting bottlenecking. Like, there's not a thing that just pops up that says you can get more out of this if you upgraded your CPU. It's like, who's to say? But nah, if you're getting 160 FPS on a Monster Hunter Rise at I'm assuming full graphic quality, like, you're probably fine. You're probably fine. Shit, I'm running all my graphics at max on noticing. Yeah, then there's no point. Even if you are getting bottlenecked, it's not much. It's not much. It's not even worth thinking about. Nah, that's wild. But nah, that's cool, dude. Nah, I think what I'm gonna do is go on one of those PC websites, CyberPower, iBuyPower, one or the other. And I'm just gonna get a 5080 built computer. And see, what's gonna be funny is that that's gonna be like my progression with GPUs and computers. So my very first computer that I built back in 2012, I had a 550. I think it was a TI. I think it was a 550 Ti in my computer, first GPU. I then upgraded it later to a 960. So I went from a 50 to a 60. Different generations, but just one step up model. And now my computer's a 1070. So I went 50, 60, 70. I think the next progression is the 80. Straight up. And then 10 years later, I'll do whatever the 90 is for that generation. We'll find out. So I'm just licking dope max settings and high FPS. Yup, shit, my first PC was back in 95. We had a PC, but not, it was, you know, it's for work. Not for gaming or anything like that. Nah, I didn't get into PC gaming until, yeah, early 2010s. I was still on console. I mean, custom. Oh, got it. Custom PC 95. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Now you've awoken your archetype. Forged friendships.
But yeah, that's a game plan.
So many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
We've really risen to this fight. This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning. We've still got a long road ahead.
True enough. We haven't even won against Luis yet. And even when we do...
Yeah, not many choices in graphics cards then. True.
But it takes me back. If the prince could see you now, he'd be pretty proud of you. Don't you think? I mean, you and he were best friends.
Were we best friends?
Friends. Wait, what?
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me. Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right?
Since Gallic has strong determination and resolve, finally gonna rank up with her? Let's have one more rank for her.
Prince smile again.
Increase skill, inheritance, and lineage for the mage to 4. Good.
Right.
Right.
Let's get some rest. We'll need it come tomorrow.
I feel like that was a major story bit that just got teased. So, cool.
It's been a while.
Feels like ages since I was last here. True, best way to get prepared for tomorrow is by getting some rest. Fuck, I thought 32 megabytes was insane. Yeah. In fact, I think I still have that PC. Oh, really? Just like somewhere in storage or something? Nice. My old PC, I don't know if my siblings got rid of it, but I gave it to, I gave my old PC to my younger sister. Yeah, don't know if she still has it or got rid of it, but either way. When I got this new one. They could turn it into a server. Yeah, might as well. Might as well with old computers. Just put a bunch of hard drives or solid state drives in it and just store a bunch of shit. All my old PCs got turned into servers. Gotcha. Rest.
Good night.
Alright, let's get this shit underway. Cutscene.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies.
Ah, shit.
Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village, erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
You knew then?
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gambit. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
Nice.
What? Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece.
I have one server that's 75 petabytes now, and 55 of them, 55 filled with what? Movies?
Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this.
Because is a petabytes... Is petabytes one step beyond a terabyte? 55 petabytes of data is disgusting. Pictures of family and kids and home movies. Just, yeah, just a bunch of that. That's wild.
The battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
Oh. Yeah, it's one step over Terra. Gotcha. That's
Time
wild.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws
See, and we're in today's, you know, gaming and computer world. Gigabytes and terabytes. Our, you know, grandkids will be like, I have petabytes worth of data. It's like,
Did you sleep well?
petabytes?
Ready to face the day?
Never in my day. Of course.
Yes, of course.
No hesitation at all. You've really grown out there.
Got home movies from World War II on there. Wow. From family. Wow. That's kind of wild.
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together, ready our supplies, give him hell.
Let's head there.
Even have a picture, I believe, from the 1750s. Really? A picture? Let's go ahead and pop a save here. That's interesting.
Oh, this blooming heat.
All right then.
We could probably fast travel to where we're trying to go. Oh, let me check real quick. Do we have any more? Oh, we have a bunch of hero loops of light still. Lol. Who else do I feel like leveling? Berserker's done. We don't have the tier 2. Summoner's done. We don't have the tier 2. Wizard's done. We still don't have the tier 2. But can I add in? There's also cleric and whatnot.
I knew I could do it.
What else do you have? Godly Blessing. Increase the effective recovery magic by 1.5. Revives one ally from KO with full... Okay. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's go to Juna now that the wizard has... Oh, she has 2 extra more. We can give her some healing stuff. Recovers medium HP every turn. Heals if more archetypes of the same lineage are present. Raises max MP by 15%. Ooh.
All right.
And maybe we give her... No. One ally recovers 10% of their HP each turn for 3 turns. Maybe Recarm. Just a revive. Even though we have plenty of revive, so maybe not. Maybe the potential for some more healing? Or maybe he deals medium. Yeah, let's get some medium light damage in there. So now she can do fire, ice, lightning, and lights. Yeah, that'll help. Oh, no, she already has Persona Master, but meh. Can't be bothered. Then Yufa is not getting her tier 2 until 2 more ranks, but she needs Magic Seeker at level 10.
It seems I've grown.
Hell, I even have my family trace back 45 generations. That's wild.
I feel new power surging within me.
Don't think I've got that trace back, but that's actually pretty crazy. That's all just saved and put away. Smart. I feel that. Who was I doing? Yufa. She needs Magic Seeker.
Fascinating. This, all right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Of course.
I've acquired a new ability.
Item.
It seems I've grown.
Medium HP cover for 1 ally.
I've acquired a new ability.
Increase evasion against wind attacks. Cool. Okay. That's done. And Basilio is just kind of screwed. Because until we hang out with the dude, he's not going to get any additional anything. Let's go and save again, since we just did all that.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Hello, if I may.
If I may. You may not.
Well then, if you say you'll help.
Grand Trad.
All right, then.
Excuse me, I'm the prince. I am the prince. Move out the way. Oh, let me get some last minute.
Hey,
Some last minute Magla.
isn't that? Let's.
5,300. Very nice.
Yep.
Excuse me. Part the way.
Ready?
It's time for the showdown with Luis. Ready? Always ready. Until I'm not. Until I need to swap out the party because the fight was just too much in one direction. But we'll find out.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me,
All right,
as
my
a
guy.
lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight.
Woo!
Fight the power! Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Your Highness, you can win. Give Luis the boot.
Give Luis the boot.
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Well, there's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
Nope, he's got ulterior motives.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's gauntlet runner!
Okay.
And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
Luis.
The two titans of this race have
We're just standing next to each other.
Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Juna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failures. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
Power.
The power to rule everything.
Exactly right. Power.
But the true value of power will always lie in the power to save. Such thinking is easily dismissed, but Luis is misguided.
Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Luis, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
We have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this. Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing, a world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
Ooh.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world.
Tell him, Stroll.
You think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Peril.
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come. We're finishing this.
Why did she not have full MP? Hello?
I'll show
Because I put the 50% in it. Oh, that's stupid. That's actually beyond stupid, but whatever.
Oh, souls of kings.
Alright. What do we have in terms of main flick poison, main flick burn? Those aren't gonna hit. Cures status ailments. Cures one ally status ailments and grants 10% recovery. So I just need to keep an eye on that. If someone gets a status ailment, I can fix it and give them HP recovery. But deal heavy wind magic to all, lowers attack for 3.
It is your turn.
This deal damage and lower attack. It's a good way to start. Increase crit rate for all allies for 3 turns. Crit only is going to help for physical attacks, which is only 1 berserker. But can I do deal severe physical damage, strike damage to 1 enemy?
No, this won't work.
No, not this turn. Could do shelter formation. And then Celia will just do a charge this turn. Yeah, that's fine.
Everyone, you defy the rule of strength.
Awesome souls, do your thing.
Alright.
I will.
Soul Cry, 2 turn icons. Weak. That tickled. Ooh, miss. Cool.
I call upon a royal soul. Descend in the storm.
We settle this here. You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
Oh, Void Wave does that too. Bruh, we're gonna keep this man's attack down. Wild. And then let's do 1 frenzy. Ooh, that hurt like a bitch.
Can you endure it?
He's got a fire sword.
Accept my challenge. I strike to kill.
You watch me. Your attack power's weakened. Purified.
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength. Not this tactic.
No point in it lowering his attack again. I want to save that MP usage.
Heed me.
Ah, shit.
Let's stay calm.
Bit of a gamble. Ooh, but now we have Medica.
With healing power.
That helped us out.
That was helpful. That helped.
That's a nice heal.
I will annihilate you. Can you endure it? Come.
Still fire.
My strength.
I strike to kill.
Alright, we're chilling. Defenses return to normal, so we might have to do that again.
You gotta do something about all those ailments. Watch yourself.
Let's go and charge.
This is just what I need. Lightning. Here I go. It is your turn.
We settle this here.
Might want to do another shelter. Nah, not yet.
We can do this.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's take another roll.
Can you endure it?
It's just staying on fire.
I feel so slow.
I strike to kill.
And just keeps going for the MC.
Juna, careful. It looks like you've got several ailments.
All right.
Watch your back.
We're already charged.
Twice a sec.
Nice.
This wizard. Descend in the storm.
Everyone is counting
about
on
all
me.
those ailments.
I
Watch
pray you're
yourself.
ready.
Come forth now. Thank you.
I will fight with pride. Come forth, royal soul. Guard up.
Honestly, guard.
I will annihilate you.
He's gonna keep going for the MC.
Can you endure it?
Oh.
I strike to kill. I strike to kill.
He switched it up, but it kept going for me. Alright, bet.
Juna, careful! It looks like you've got several ailments. Watch your back.
Berserker!
Don't be scared.
I happen to know a thing.
It only does one tick. Alright. Never mind then.
Summoner.
Heed me! I knew you'd help. The freedom of a wanderer.
Well, not on the correct
This'll do.
affinity, so maybe MC will be alright?
I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. Then I need not hold back either.
Alright. 4 turn icons. Wish I knew that was gonna happen. Don't go back to fire. Oh, you're killing me, dude.
I strike to kill.
Shit.
Still fight.
Let's get him some healing. The captain down. Someone, help him get up.
That's so obnoxiously annoying, dude.
To the rear.
Not like this.
Because we had no idea that that was going to happen. So he just whips out 5 turns. It's so stupid.
Use now.
Alright, I'm using Bombs of Life.
You defy the rule of strength. Die by it.
Still fight here.
I will annihilate you.
4 turn icons. Alright, we're just here now. Yep, I'm just gonna keep hitting the MC.
I strike to kill.
That's cool, dude.
Not like this. Someone help, please.
His attack is gonna go back to normal. That's not good. How actually stupid. Don't I have dodge fire or something equipped? Or maybe dodge winds. Okay, dodge fire might be the way to go on that now. Oops. Let's see. Which one was? Nah, that's ailments.
This should work.
Let's keep his attack down.
Don't underestimate me. This should be good.
I'll pay you back double.
He's just gonna keep doing this.
Can you endure it?
Can you endure it?
Accept my challenge.
Who the hell knows, dude?
I strike to kill. I strike to kill.
Hey, fire dodge. Finally, we do have fire dodge. It just took forever to actually proc. That's great to see.
This'll do.
I rejoin the
Stay insane in a fight.
Someone
Not
get healed
bloody
up.
likely.
All right,
that helped.
Juna,
I happen to know a thing or two about
several ailments.
I knew you'd
Watch
help.
your back.
Okay, everyone's up in full HP.
Annihilate you.
But we have to get lucky with another
Can you
fire
endure
dodge.
I strike to kill.
Cringe. Cringe.
I strike to kill.
I might swap out... Dude, I don't know if I've got him on the right archetype because this game is dumb in that direction. Alright, his attack needs to get dropped again. I have an idea.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Looks like you've got several ailments. Watch your back.
With healing power.
that helped us out.
I'm grateful. Thanks.
I'm ready whenever.
Berserker. Just hit him.
I happen to know a thing or two about magic.
Party. Swap the wizard out for the assassin. correct, does the assassin have... I don't know why it's on the synthesis. But yeah, we need Lurking Nightblade. Deals medium physical dark damage to one enemy. Decrease their hit and evasion for 3 turns. I want that on him.
I'll leave this to you. Everyone is counting on me.
We get a half turn, but not on his turn.
Summoner.
His attack is down.
I can do this.
Does anyone have status ailments? Don't know.
Perhaps this will be too strong. I pray you're ready.
Not much going on, so we'll just go for a slash with maybe a crit. Nah, it's fine. I'd rather save all the other MP.
Can you endure it?
Still fire, shocker.
I strike to kill.
Why is he hurting more?
I strike to kill.
Hey, there's fire dodge. Thank you.
I'm all prepared.
What are those? Deals extreme magic almighty damage to all enemies. Recovers MP for every hit. Negate one enemy's repel physical skill. As far as I know, doesn't know. I don't think he has repel. Heavy HP to 1 is huge, but I think I'm gonna do shelter.
Everyone,
and just have someone give him a heal. Speaking of someone, I'll just divine elixir him. There we go.
Let us clean up this mess. Now accept your fate.
Medium physical dark damage to one enemy. Decrease their hit and evasion for 3 turns. Do I have anything else? Increase all allies hit and evasion for 3 turns. Right. It's plunder magic, elusive, slash damage 1, absorbs MP, may 1-hit kill the target. It's not happening. But yeah, Lurking Nightblade. We need him to give us more misses.
Then die by it.
I still don't have MP suck on her. Bruh.
I will annihilate you. Can you endure it?
Dark damage. Or lightning. Sure. It's pretty weak though. But what? Huh. Well, we had defensive stance, so
let's go.
Makes sense. Alright, duration debuff increased. Let's do a charge.
The assassin. No. Some darker arts.
There is no escape from me.
The situation is changing.
No.
Summoner.
It is your turn.
Just keep hitting them.
Can you endure it?
Ice.
Hello, what you thinking?
Dodged. Dodge. Let's go. That's what I needed. Too easy. Let's do an AoE heal item. $200 all should be good.
That helped us out.
That was helpful.
My thanks.
My thanks.
We settle this
to the front.
No. Oh, our defense is about to reset, so no, never mind. Just frenzy from back there. It's 225. Sad about it. Alright. Hit evasion is now -3.
Take my fullest power.
Yeah. Crit. There we go.
Nice going, you soul hacker.
Everyone,
Alright. Our defense is now max 3+. Basilio's the only one low on MP. I'm gonna swap out Basilio. Screw it. 2 dodges.
Here I go. You better be ready.
kings. I show no mercy.
Nice.
There is no escape from me.
Not this tactic.
His attack's about to drop.
Kings, give me strength.
Alright, attack is still
We
down.
settle this here. By this power. How about this?
Yeah, 14's pretty good. Yeah, Basilia, I'm swapping next turn.
Can you endure it? I strike to kill.
I see your game.
Nice.
Beautiful dodge, Heisman.
Ah, everyone got hit. Rip. But how? Three of them dodged that turn. Wild. Tactics, party, berserker. I think I'm gonna swap with the Dark Knight. Oh, she's not even on Dark Knight. She's on Magic Knight. Son of a bitch.
Take care of
Leave
the
it
rest.
to me.
Perhaps I'll use what I must.
All right, Lurking Nightblade.
Some darker arts.
Good. Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks. However,
What you got, homeboy?
Magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind.
Oh?
You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Humankind?
because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
You fuck! Don't humor him.
Don't humor him.
The war between gods truly did come to pass.
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. Wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
Oh, yeah?
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
Luis, you dog. Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer.
You believe it false? What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elda are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Gallica, we don't even know who you
His
are.
appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built.
Utopia?
Eh? Anime mode activated.
What's happening?
Hey, what is him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
He's a monster! It's a human! It's gone.
The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors.
Huh.
He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne.
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster! It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
Oh, he's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
Must rampage. Huh. That's a plot twist. So, anyone in need? Was it too idealistic? Was it too naive to win? Luis called it trickery, even my very body.
Tis not thy true self. Tis not thy true fate.
Who are you? What do you know about it?
In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
The deepest truth.
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
Purpose? Yes, that's right. I took on a mission to save the prince.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through. It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
You're his what? Yeah, I totally forgot they were friends. It's such an old cutscene from like barely the beginning of the game. Annoying.
Are you well?
I had a strange dream.
I had a strange dream.
You seem coherent at least.
For now.
We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it.
Bet.
He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me. Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now. This looks dire. How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something. Monster!
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too.
I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge. The Elden Sanctum.
Alright. Everyone's throwing stones. That's great. Popularity rank 513. Shit! Spores begun drastically declining in numbers. RIP. Oh, curious. Who's number 2?
Count Luis has saved the country.
But
He has driven off the
figured this was gonna happen.
to usurp it. Count Luis is our true savior.
Sounds like we've got our next king then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis, What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend.
No.
You can't tell me the fight's over.
1025. We're dropping. We're dropping.
Why?
How did this happen? Anyhow, there's no time to waste. Let's head course to the ancient Elden's sanctum. Don't lose hope. Ah. My hope is gone.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the Gauntlet Runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
Sure.
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the right here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
Yeah, you should have. It surprised me too. That's facts. Just pretty sure it surprised everyone.
I don't blame you. It certainly caught me by surprise.
And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what
Nah, it would be fun if there wasn't.
If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. But I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
I'm worried about the prince. His life is on our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future, just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become a reality. Broken reality. Hold on a second. Alright. Pretty forest.
Huh? This looks like...
Flashback. Well, fun times mid-playing metaphor yesterday. Got hit hard with the flu. Rip. The hell, dude?
Are you alright?
My head's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
So here you are at last.
Dickhead. Swath of beautiful white flowers grown in clusters. Before I left home, I never knew these flowers represented royalty, but what are they doing within the ancient sanctum? Who the hell knows? Nope. After enough meds, finally got rid of the migraine. Oof. Migraine, no fun.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins,
Clearly.
but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
Migraine that persisted through sleep. Ew, I'd hate that, dude.
To hide in a place
I get them
the
too,
enemy
and
themselves so
that
destroyed.
sucks.
Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
No, they're following us. It's a tarp.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
Stab in the back.
Recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
Need to get to that cave.
Like this.
It's Magla and I'm sensing. We're about the prince. We need to hurry over the hideout in the lower level. There's fairies. I seen them. Fairy. I feel like I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we swarm in on them like a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. Fairies. Who is you? It's fairly odd, old Ujif man. Seems like he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe?
Ah, of course, Russell.
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas, oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in.
Lost all my strength, ended up pulling a muscle in my sleep, was running a fever of 100.7. It was a fun night. Jeez, dude.
His Highness had only just regained consciousness.
Well, did you bounce
since the
back
curse
today?
is lifting.
That's
Yet,
wild.
to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart.
What?
And we saw him breathe his last.
What? Oh, shit.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis.
Not over it, but on meds like a mofo. I feel you.
From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy, twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave.
Who's we?
He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you?
I mean, of course. I must.
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before we go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest. How interesting would it be if the MC and the prince are like two halves of the same person, either by body or soul? Something's got to do with the eyes.
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Seriously, there's just been so many question marks throughout this 90-hour playthrough, and nothing gets answered until, like, the tail end of the game.
I'm a little worried.
Which I think is kind of annoying. The answers should have been made at the middle of the game, and then new questions and new answers were to be pursued later on. But it's just like, the same question marks you had at the beginning are the same question marks you have all the way through the game. Which, yeah, I don't like that. Or what if they're siblings? I mean, that's the other thing. But it's just like, that's it? He's just brother and brother? I mean, sure. It's kind of weak, but it's something. Need to get the prince as quickly as possibly as I can. Prince is in the prayer room on the lower level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves. I need to see...
It's nearly time.
The debt. It's nearly time. Okay. It's nearly time, apparently. This voice. And then whoever the hell this voice is, questions need to be answered. Not the last minute.
Long have I waited.
Who are you, woman?
Beg pardon?
Hold on. Did you really come here from the outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly Elda? Yeah, what is an Elda? The eyes aren't the depicting part, is it? I don't even know. You associate with the group and shelter the prince, all because then another calamity has befallen us, and then get a closer look at you. Are you Elda? Yeah. I had heard the prince is the only Elda within the resistance. Yeah. Okay, it's got to do with the eyes.
You must hurry.
Who cares? I'm gonna kind of speed around their text. Resistance members can only keep sacrificing something. It's not my problem. Guessing something a little cold. Elda Guard. He's Elda. Suppose I can carry in the bodies away. There's too many in the old Chief to handle it on his own. Right past this door is the living quarters. Lady Gruday made it strictly clear as not to be open under any circumstances. You heard me? Hurry along now. Bitch.
All was for this day.
Oh my god. The tease.
There is still time.
Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you'd gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others are fine. It's just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals from the flower patch of the forest. Maybe later, okay? I'm on a mission, so now's not really time to... You've changed, Gallica. You're even starting to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Huh? You trying to be a person? You're strange now. Yeah, and then the question mark that is Gallica.
Hello there.
Program's just located further in. At this moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. Pray you don't cause a disturbance. Shut the f... Prince is just ahead. You ready? Let's go. Answer these damn questions. Oh, damn. This place is huge. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore all of you.
Alright then.
This way.
This way.
No. Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize
What
anyone
the?
still remained to weep over this child.
She's floating.
Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruaday.
Gruaday.
It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruaday.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes.
Are you old enough to just have some random joint crack and pop it random? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Doesn't look hurt. Yeah, right. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, sometimes. Especially if I, like, over-rotate something, I'll just feel... And it's more in my shoulders. My left shoulder, I fucked up or something. Like, I did something to it. It doesn't sit well in the socket like my right shoulder does. My right shoulder is pretty solid. My left shoulder, I don't know. I've had to stretch it, strengthen it to kind of make it where if I were to rotate it, it wouldn't be popping. Or not popping, but it's almost like it's grinding in a way. It's not painful. I just hear it and I feel it. But, yeah. I've gotten it better. It's just annoying that it happened that way. It's getting old for me. I feel you.
Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man.
Bastard.
He is still Her Majesty's son.
He's just a bastard.
Despicable?
Despicable?
What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother?
Nah.
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe.
Okay.
She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands.
Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless.
Sadly, working out for me makes it vastly worse. Nah, yeah, it's not just working out. I had to get it. I had to almost what's the correct way to say it? When you break something and then you have to go into, it's like physical training. There's a word for it. It's going over my head, but no, I had to rehabilitate my shoulder a little bit because I fucked it up somehow. It was to the point where I couldn't raise it without pain, and it just took less activity. It took stretching. It took better form, better control, and then it took just very light weights to kind of rebuild the strength a little bit and then bring it up to form. And now my left shoulder's fine. PT, yeah, but more rehab than anything. Like, something gets severely broken, it needs to be rehabilitated back to a baseline and then start to push it back up to snuff. So, just that.
The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way.
Needs surgery, shoulder and elbow.
On the throne.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be.
Oh my god, just say it already.
Is something amiss, Milady Gruide? He is one of Gallica's allies.
Apparently not.
His loyalty stands with His Highness.
Sure.
And he has risked much in the prince's name.
But why?
Oh, what's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
Hear that voice again come from somewhere. I'm about to punch my monitor.
Are you okay?
Just get on with it.
Time has come.
Uh-huh.
Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee.
Bet.
Now remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew.
Cuts.
I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
Okay. That's awesome. This voice. I wonder if this is the Queen's mother.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Feminine bitch died, no one cares. Look now to the past, see the roads I traveled on this journey. Flashback.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis,
but
thy efforts came to naught.
Right.
So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
Yep. In the prince's name.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
Bet. It was all for victory.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince
is no longer with us.
Is no longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince.
Yep.
Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
Alright, let's fucking die. Let's get it. That's not true.
That's not true.
Hope.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
You tell me. His will lives on?
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth.
Okay.
He was consumed by the curse and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber.
Right.
Yet his soul remained alive.
Right.
So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul.
Okay.
That he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey
In me?
has taken thee far and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm just a traveler and the prince's friend. I'm no one. What I'm getting is that whoever the hell this is talking took the prince's soul out from that husk of a body and put it into this body. So technically we are the prince. Is that what we're getting at here? I am no one. Yeah, it's in with that. I don't like the other answers, but let's hit with this one.
I'm nobody.
Indeed. Thou art nobody, and thou hast nothing, to name but a few. Thy parents, memories of thy youth. Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent?
Trying to make us recall what happened before.
Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I get it. I don't have a past? Question mark?
I don't have a past.
No one cares. Gotta hate this crap. It's just taken too long to reveal the revelation. Like, way too long.
As I said, thou hast nothing.
But I get the build.
Thou art a being of mine own creation.
Alright.
'Twas Gallica alone who the resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
Right.
I have nothing?
Nay.
Nay.
The words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey. The friendships made. The trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences, wert to prepare thee for this day. To share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
My other self?
My other self?
The trust and friendship I gained has been there to support them. But if they'd known I had come from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me and believed in me? All the same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How's that I touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Okay.
Is that right?
I see. My true identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I refuse to know. I am the prince.
I am the prince.
Shit make me go so fucking mad. I'm already not kind of a fan. It took 90 hours of gameplay.
I feel a curious resonance.
To kind of like,
could this be?
You know.
But how? Impossible.
Just laughably hysterically, just start laughing hysterically and like a lunatic. Nah, it's just like cool, but it's like it took too long to get somewhere with major story elements. It just, it lost me. Or maybe it's just the way I played the game. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do 3 sessions, 4-hour days every week. And so it kind of detracts me away from it a little bit more. Maybe a lot of people would have gotten here sooner than I did. I don't know. But it just... The vast majority of the game, like 80-90% of the game, is just playing the game. The other 10 to 20% is like the major story elements. And it's just like, it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. We still have questions. I still have questions after a month, after almost 2 months of playing this game. Where where are they getting filled in? It's like, now it's getting filled in. I'm just like, finally. Like, I'm pissed it took this long, but...
Hey, what's going on?
Whatever.
What awaits us now?
Anime mode activated.
Hark, life is not yet lost.
Hark.
Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
That's why Final Fantasy is vastly better. Oh, well, yeah.
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal.
Oh, okay. Bleh.
It all began with the novel in thy possession.
Alright. So the MC is just a manifestation of...
Drawn by the divine relic.
Which...
Magla coalesced into flesh.
Which divine relic?
And flesh coalesced into form.
That book is a divine relic?
The form of an elder, as I once was.
And then we met Gallica, dope.
The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Poof! Oh shit. We straight up got overwritten. The husk that was the MC got replaced by the prince. Bet. Progress, finally, I think. Is that what it's trying to showcase right there? Yo, what up, people?
What? What is this?
Exactly.
What's happened?
Yes.
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
Or was he?
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No. But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts he has
Oops.
now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean it ends here?
You're gonna
From
die.
here on, thy path is thy own.
Oh, okay.
Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
Well, that answers the question to her origin. Just didn't arrive to
How
it.
do we make sense of this?
So pretty much the beginning of the game is just the fairy and the main character just on a trek to Grand Trad, that city that we were just in. That's just where it starts. Just, you know, it just like any other story, just starts like in the middle of something. But it never, for the entirety of the game, brought up who the MC was, where he was going, except that they had a mission, but that was very vague. Like, they set out from a place where to save the prince. And there's a fairy. She's pretty much the only fairy we ever see in the entire game. And it's just like, why are you here? So it just, in that question mark has sat in the player's mind from the very beginning up until now, which in my opinion took way too effing long. There were too many main question marks that just did not get answered, that should have been answered halfway through the game. Like I said, question marks need to get answered at a reasonable time. Like, I would say between 40 to 60% through the game, and then new questions, like the story evolves, and then new questions pop up that get answered a little bit later on. Not, here's a question mark that sits on the player's mind for the entire game and then it gets answered at the last second. I'm assuming we're roughly at the last bits of this game, but it's a bit annoying.
Is it
Not how I would have done it.
really you? How do you feel?
Alive. I feel lighter.
I feel a bit lighter.
There seems to be no doubt.
Oh, wow.
He is still himself. But I also sense his highness within him.
Yeah, the accent change. This is literally the prince, but it's like, yeah, both. It's okay. So you got the prince. Dude had the curse, and then he's asleep. Awesome. You know, dude was born. You got hit with the curse, fell asleep. But whoever this lady is that's talking, which I assume is his mother at this point, I have no idea. Whoever she is, just like, pump the brakes. This sucks. I'm going to make a husk. That husk is then going to be like partial prince. And then he's going to, you know, go out into the world and get stronger and get all these memories and all this stuff, all this experience. And then we arrive back to the prince, and then the dude straight up uploaded all of that or downloaded the prince, doesn't matter. They combined essence. We have in one body the MC, which we played, and the prince who's existed prior, and now it's just one person. Awesome. I can get down with that. It's fine. It just is annoying that it took this long.
Everyone, I need to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is...
The truth! Oh my god, it fades to black.
So let me get this straight.
All right.
You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and his highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Yep.
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
Yep.
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself.
Who the hell
a part of
knows?
his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh.
Okay.
Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
I could feel that.
Mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself.
It's the book.
Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else.
It's the book.
It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege.
Hey!
Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
True.
But I failed to protect His
No,
Highness.
you didn't.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Exactly.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince?
You're...
Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
I pronounce your sentence.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud.
Dude.
We've really done it.
If only Grius knew.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean,
fuck if I know.
How would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
My lord. Same as always.
Captain. Same as always.
No, Your Highness. With all respect, I must object.
Yeah, you can call me Highness.
Time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so listen to him, eh? What?
What?
Sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is, I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
Omega lol. And they're both just on the side of me like, what the fuck is going on?
It's beyond belief.
Beyond.
Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances.
I mean, the dude
After
freaking
so long,
circumvented
the
a
curses
curse.
fall. He could not even open his eyes.
Mhm.
He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey.
Now, I'm willing to look at it like this. That book that we've been showing everyone, like, that book is a divine relic. It's got something to do with more. To what extent? And then, dude straight up outfoxed a curse. Like, that's essentially what happened. It's essentially what happened. That curse came on us, and whoever, you know, the curse got put on us, or, well, yeah, what's-her-face put the curse on us, Rella. And it was all for naught. Y'all sucked. We outwitted, outsmarted, outplayed, outmatched your curse, and boom, we're still here.
It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real.
Magic.
He is a child of Elden blood
Mhm.
and Elden legacy.
Sure.
All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
Secret of true
His was a fantasy
magic.
surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can feel
I
it.
can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right.
Or game developers.
I remember. I heard a voice.
Guide him.
Guide him, it said.
What's this all of a sudden?
What's this all of a sudden?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened. Right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
And that's another problem, just in terms of the way the story in the game was built. The fact that the both of them were journeying to Grand Trad at the beginning never sat right with me. Like, it wasn't convincing at all. It was... The beginning of the game really felt like the way the game is telling you right now. They were just summoned out of thin air and poof, they're here. It just, yeah. It was very it's very immersion? Unimmersive? The opposite of immersive. It was very much not immersive. Like, that was a huge, like, maybe not a red flag, but definitely a yellow flag. Just somewhere around there. So, don't know if they meant to do that, or maybe they could have done it better. I don't know.
A voice. Lady Gruade mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide
She said it, metaphor.
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone who has an archetype, except for Nurus here, because he never fought with us, but everyone who fought with us who has an archetype, they had to go through their little bits, and they heard that disembodied voice, that same woman, speak to them to awaken their archetype.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
My mom? Sort of.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place...
That was the normal accent.
Coming in. They seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Oh, that's right. This is where it was.
Guided as well.
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey.
Yeah?
And found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruade, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Okay. Do I have to physically walk there, or are you just going to cutscene us there? I have to physically walk there. Sick. Well, hey, you know, it's gnarly. Boom. It's one kind of cool thing is just, it's a bit of a transformation, not much, but it is. What you got? Miraculous medicine restores 400 HP to one ally. You know what? We're getting to that point. So let's add like 17. Let's add like 27. Nice solid 30. Let's get 3 more revives. Cures any status ailment for one ally. True. We should hold on to a bunch of these. Get like 18. Get a nice solid 30 on that. Okay. Oh, you have weps. Ooh. Comet Sword. Nothing good on these, but increased in damage at the very least. Yeah, a lot of damage increase. But I don't want to, except for Basilio, because he's got nothing else going for him, so...
Ah, I get it.
But I don't want to swap for any one of these items, because they have no additional effect. They're kind of weak. Strong in number, but weak in use case. Oh boy. Again, no effects. It's comet plates, I could use for Basilio as well.
Oh, nice.
Because he's got nothing else going for him. Plus 7 magic. Plus 5 endurance. Plus 5 magic. Increases defense. Use that for Yufa. There. Drop by human, consider selling it. Ooh. I'll just let the game decide whether or not to use it. Oh, especially for equipment. Basilio.
Hey, nice.
Hey, nice.
Sounds like a lovely time. Sounds like a lovely time. Sounds like a lovely time.
Plus 5 strength, 5 endurance. Ooh, actually, no. It's better off she does not have that on. 5 strength endurance doesn't really help her situation, so... Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, this place, I'm not gonna lie, this place is kind of huge. This place is kind of nice. Damn. Alright, teach me the ways. Just don't take a fucking hour to explain everything. Would appreciate it.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones.
Elder.
It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic.
I feel like it'd be the other way around. Magic, Magla.
You wonder what they battled over. Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before.
Okay.
The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribes as we know them. Right. Okay.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
Right. Means the princess to say, I am a scion of both the old world and the new. I feel it.
It beggars belief.
It beggars belief.
It's nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
True.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Ooh, what's happening here?
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There's weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides...
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as though that's the natural order. Alright. What the hell? What the heck? Ooh. Fancy. My determination, study the prince archetype. Oh, there was still one that was not unlocked, right? My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the heroic embodiment of the prince. Let's do it. If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight to come. That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Was there still one that wasn't unlocked in the menu? I don't remember.
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Okay, bye?
Peace.
Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you.
Nah, just dip out.
Even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety.
Even you got to cope with
I realized
anxiety?
something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray.
Anxiety's a
Overcoming
bitch.
it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Hell yeah. I'm counting on you.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
But okay. I thought
Well,
Elda's...
we're past the worst of it, but the problem remains.
Hold on.
Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster, and no doubt he can do it again.
But yeah, I thought Elda's just had two different eye colors. Nah, that was just the husk. That was his special little look. But I guess Elda's are just the most normal human-looking people. Because everyone else has got something going for them with the, you know, the long ears, the horns, the wings, the Ujif especially, the three eyes, she can turn into a little doll thing. That's her true form, and that's a mask, which is weird. It's like everyone's got a different sort of physical feature, but Elda's are just normal. It's like, okay.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum. Luis has been here? What do you know of him? What do you wish to know?
Fucking everything at this point. What's this forbidden spell?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla.
Mm-hmm.
However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel.
Interesting.
But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom. 'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next.
It's funny. And kind of just like Persona with Mementos, they like to really incorporate the grand scale of the people kind of influencing the world in a way, which, it's interesting.
He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed.
Indeed.
All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster.
Right, it's just
Yet as long
lack
as
of
you
control.
have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about Luis.
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius.
His ship?
A family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
That's interesting.
Wait, what about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
Let's get him. Get his ass. Chase him down. Beat him. Alright, before we do literally anything else. Hero leaves it. Well, hold on. Let me go to the archetype tree. So what is that prince archetype? Because, right, there's still this bit down here. It's the merchant. There's no one new. Oh, it's up here at the top. Got it. Makes synthesis skills easier to activate. Leads allies, making the most of their strength and their unique skills. What do you do? Heavy in magic, less so in strength. Support attacks from comrades happen more easily, and enemies are stunned more easily in overworld combat. Cool. Deals heavy physical slash damage to one enemy. Damage boosted against human-type monsters. Heroes proving. Decreases attack. Increase casters' attack defense, hit evasion by 3 ranks for 3 turns. Damn. Radiance deals heavy magic light damage to all enemies. Morale boost. Recovers HP and MP each time a support attack lands in overworld combat. Ooh, that's disgustingly nice. Hero's Cry, and that's a hero passive. Rip. I mean, that's nice, but we can't put it on anyone else. Basically, yeah, this will make us actually... Yeah. We don't need MP items anymore, honestly. Hero's Cry adds 4 turn icons, can only be used once per battle. Dope. Resists all affinity damage other than Almighty. Ew. Okay. And yeah, there are no weaknesses with this archetype, and he's defended against light and dark damage. Deals extreme physical almighty damage to one enemy. Damage boosts against human-type monsters. This Prince archetype is disgusting. We're 100% going to use it. 100%. Prince. And what can we skill inherits. 4 straight up. That's what I like to see. Let's put the good ones on. Increase crit rate by 5% boot. No. Let's see. Raise max MP, maybe. Covers medium HP every turn. Heals more and more archetypes of the same or like receiving items. Halves damage when ambushed. No. Increase evasion against strike. No. Increase evasion against light. No. Against wind. No. Against any in particular is not needed. Draw attention. Move all to the back. Defense by 2 ranks. I like shelter formation. Move all to the front. Increase attack for 2 ranks for 3 turns. By 2 ranks for 3 turns. Maybe. Harpic stratagem. Negate 1 enemy's repel magic, repel physical skills.
Alright.
Potentially. Remove all buff, debuff effects from all allies. Maybe. Adventurous Curiosity. Increase crit rate for all for 3. Increase crit rate for 1 for 3. Increase all allies defense for 3. No. That's for 1. Increase all attack. Increase all attack for 3. Increase 1 attack for 3. Increase attack defense by 1 to 2 3 ranks. Medium HP recovery is always super nice. And then probably Drain again. Drain is just nice to have. But then again, maybe we don't need Plunder Magic if all we need to do is attack something in the outer world. So, no. Actually, we'll go off of that. Does medium magic almighty damage to all enemies? Maybe. Deals heavy wind, decrease their attack for 3 turns. I actually kind of like using Void Wave. It's pretty nice. So we'll have that one on. And then, can anyone else learn? Nope. That icon is just not even there. But yeah, there's still one archetype that we do not have access to down below. No, that's the Berserker. Oh, right. It's not popping up for everyone else's tree because we don't have him added in as a follower. Because it's just going to take a year to do that, apparently. Right. Okay. Never mind. My bad. Item. Here are Leaps of Lights. How much XP is this thing going to take? Oh, man. That was 1,000, so it takes...
New skills, new possibilities.
Yeah. It's going to take a minute. I'm just going to dump everything into it.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Okay. Coming for that ass. Russell, is everyone safe? We are. We've had no casualties, however. We were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. I could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him.
No.
There's little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the Resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the Prince's awakening and came to investigate. Don't know why you had the runaway, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please.
Ready?
Need to hurry after attack. Let's go. Need to beat his ass.
Stop!
You.
Alright, it's the first time seeing him alive.
You behind the attack.
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily.
All too
and the
easily.
odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on.
Strange.
Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame.
Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend.
Fiend.
His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bet.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
Peril. Power of the newly earned archetype Prince surges forth.
The sky shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now.
Kinda.
Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Prince archetype unlocked. Prince is archetype exclusive to the protagonist. That makes sense. You can now change it out as you wish. You can act as support for all the synthesis skills. It has unique traits not found in other archetypes, but none of its skills can be transferred. Ah, okay.
All right, let's take it down.
It's a very standalone sort of deal. Cool. I mean, I'm here for it.
Wind.
This'll be a come on.
Skyfall bolts. Deal severe magic electric damage to one enemy. Cool. Screw it.
It's up to you now.
Hit him with it.
This better work.
Woo! 1500. Spicy.
Here I go. It is your turn.
There's multiple bits to it.
Who should I beat down first?
Good to know. Weak to wind.
All right.
Charge.
I won't hold back. Scour.
You hit their weakness. That's your
call
opening,
upon
Captain.
a royal soul.
Burn!
Stubborn, hey? Take my fullest power. Come forth now. I destroyed it. I pray that
Okay,
did something.
come here. You're out of here.
Damn, son.
We're not out of this yet. I owe you one.
That was helpful. Thanks.
This thing's getting deleted.
More apples?
Ah,
Quick,
cool.
knock them off again.
Watch me. Raging fire.
Yeah, might as well just hit those.
Summoner. Heed me. Yes, I destroyed it.
I'm ready. You better be ready. My
It's okay.
bad. We
We have a fat amount of AoE.
Light. Let's push through.
I'll show you.
Burn! That hit. Come on, Juna, focus.
You missed?
More apples? Quick, knock them off again. Oh, God. Nice one, Captain.
Oh, cool.
Ow!
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing. Let's.
How much is Radiance? 42 MP? Yeah, we're chilling.
Flare. All right, how's that?
Don't underestimate me.
Let's use some healing here.
Let's get some
careful.
We're vibing.
I can do this. It is your turn.
You're out of here. Let's go.
Let's go. Damage boost against human-type monsters. Oh, shit.
This is just what I need. They sure don't give up easy.
Soul screen, gain 4 interactions. Apples are back.
Knock them off again. You've regenerated the headwinds. Here comes another round of wind attacks.
That's fine.
Legs are back to normal. Ugh, we'd only just taken them out.
That a heal?
It healed. We've got to do something about those apples.
That's fine.
Let me handle those apples.
Abigail could knock down the apples to keep the foe from healing. Sure. I mean, we're gonna delete them anyway, but yeah, go for it.
All right, leave it to me.
Make yourself useful.
Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in
Take
there.
my fullest power. Come forth now.
Yeah, you've hit their weakness.
You better be ready. Get wrecked! I but they're still breathing. Come forth, Royal Soul! Wind!
You hit their weakness. That's your opening, Captain. Me.
Yeah, screw it.
It's up to you now.
Stubborn, hey?
A lot of damage, 1300. Crit.
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Yeah, you've hit their weakness.
Go for the legs.
I will fight with Scour! Let's push through!
Behold this power. Raging!
Sorry, my mistake.
Summoner. It is your turn. The enemy still stands.
Okay, let's do this.
Place in some distance.
Back up, pass,
Come forth,
and
Royal Soul.
heal up.
That helped us out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Boom, huge.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again. You've regenerated the headwinds. Here
This
comes
is fine.
another round of wind attacks.
It's delaying the inevitable. Yeah, devour all you want, dude. 1000 HP ain't nothing. Just don't eat two. Thank you. Ooh, miss. Cool. Yeah, tickled.
I'll show you. They sure don't give up easy.
Summoner, come forth now.
Yeah, you've hit their weakness.
I'm ready whenever. Here I go.
Get!
Withstood that, eh?
I will fight by this power. Wind!
You hit their weakness.
Give us another turn.
That's your opening, Captain.
Raging fire.
Oh, yeah, I just needed 300. Easy. Dude, we were stacked against it. That was good. Whoo! Wind God's Gale for the Seeker. Ooh. Nice.
I've done it.
Look at all that XP that's going to go towards the Prince archetype. Here, Elusive Light 6.
Strive for greater heights.
Ah, yeah. Actually, you know what? We're going to start going into magic.
I am most set.
Feels like I'm making progress.
Feels like I'm making progress.
The bastard got away.
Of course he did.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Use prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. But if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may.
Yeah.
Is a shield
Bless up.
raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Let's fight together.
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
We've lost too many lives along this journey, and if Luis has his way with the world, such partings would become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
All we have to do. That's optimistic. Hope you'll sing a victory song.
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions.
Bitch, watch me.
After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
I will.
Yes, I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time.
I wasn't.
But I can't believe we've only just met.
Like, I wonder if the devs actually really
of my
tried
journey may have been a
and really
false memory.
thought.
But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real.
It's like, yeah, false memory or whatever, but it's like, we've been on a journey for a while. It's like, it says, like, sorry, that just did not get sold. I think as well as they had hoped. Or maybe they didn't. I have no idea. But the very beginning of the game, I had questions. I was like, huh?
Well,
Like, they
guess I'm
laid that
repeating
on way
myself.
too thick.
But I'm glad we're working together.
But I was just, from the get-go, I was like, bullshit. Likewise.
Likewise, I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Though I'm kind of confused as to the very first voice line that came out of the main character's mouth, the prince's mouth, whatever, was in that British accent, and now we're back to the MC's accent. Like, why the switch? Why not the switch? Why not just go Prince mode? Who knows? Having overcome her track and sense newfound conviction from Gallica as both friend and ally, let's go! She's done.
Mystical fairy, Gallica.
Finally.
She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust.
Trust.
Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee.
Finally.
By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Wake up.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us.
Party can
I'm
now,
gonna lead the way.
can now study the Elemental Master and the Warlock. Fun. During squad battles, you may gain extra turn icons. During squad battles, you may gain extra turn icons. Just randomly? Alright. Finally. I want to get something past Wizard. It just takes forever. Elemental Master and the Warlock. Curious what either one does.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
This is the magic of music that Gallica cast for me once. Now that I think about it, it may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it.
Another question to be answered.
They hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
This book is the legacy of my parents, late kings of Uchronia and the queen of the Elden Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't mere fantasy, but ideas the old world passed down in the Sanctum. Probably.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical.
Metaphor.
There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
And true utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted in the novel is based on the old world, but fell into ruin and was destroyed by war. So this book traces a trajectory of the old world. Are these truly the ideals we're striving for? Seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruade mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, but little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become a reality.
Right.
And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself.
Bet.
And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
After discussing the novel and our ideals of Gallica, I closed my eyes. Back to more. I was gonna say, dude, when what's going to happen here. Academia, it seems, has been summoned more by a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny.
Unequivocally.
As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend.
Power of
I once
legend.
said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate?
Death.
Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable.
I was thinking death, too.
You cannot choose who you are born to. And once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand?
Nope.
You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
It's the cat.
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
My consciousness faded away and I was sent back to sleep. I'm reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Moore visited the ancient Elden Sanctum?
Time marches on,
and
the age of the new king draws nearer.
Oh, hey, it's us in the picture. That's wild. That's cute. That's wild.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening,
It's happening.
I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty?
All this royalty?
I always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Yeah, but let's be completely, absolutely real. If humankind fought a war with this magic stuff, what the hell happened to the UGs? Like, it said the magic, like, really changed people up, but the UGs got they got fucked up. Like, damn. Like, damn. How'd that happen?
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
How final and last is this? Stand strong to the end.
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course.
Of course.
No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in my eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing?
Hit me.
Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Nah. Protect my country and its people. I don't care for honor. Some coin would be nice. To protect my country and its people. Sure.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
But what is the game plan here? Head to Grand Trad? Okay. Yeah, let's get back to Grand Trad. We'll stop Luis this time for sure. Let's go. Dad all in Grand Trad. Warm reception still. Choose to fly on Luis victims only pile higher. You say we'll help anyone do another and no reason to put a serious in line. Lead by example. Besides, won't be the first time we've crawled our way out from the bottom. We're not given the option to save anywhere, so I'm curious where the stopping point is.
The group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne.
Their arch-enemy.
Even so, they march ever forward.
The main antagonist.
Rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
And what? We're just gonna just run it back?
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis
the general
became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening?
Why?
Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Yo, Batland. Just walking in.
Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Dude, Batland just walking in and be like, what's up, people? What's up, dudes? And he has the book too. And what do you mean he's Elden? Dude's got horns. I'm confused.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah. I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
You know I'm right here.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Quartermaster.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now.
Bet.
Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of reef.
What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
Luis is going to lose?
Dude, a lot of people about to lose a lot of money.
I'll just say.
I'll call that bet.
Oh.
All in on His Highness the Prince.
Let's go, Batlin. My man.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tides.
His
This really
tides.
is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman. You've seen Count Luis lie to us. You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems very convenient, if you ask me.
Facts.
He knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
Oh.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Ooh.
Oi! What's all this fuss about?
What's all this fuss about?
When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
What nice people.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as
Anxious.
the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital.
Don't be anxious.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace.
Yeah, we're just gonna land on top of the King's Rock, and I like the damn Luis's face is the only face there, dude.
The royal palace. It's been a while.
That's actually kind of cool.
Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless. This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people use it. Listen well, O King. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
How? Like they had to keep that secret from the player. Awesome. There it is. Fucking knew it.
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
It all makes sense. That was a good twist. I like that. But now, as soon as I said he came from the Elden Village, I was like, but he's got the horns. The horns got to be fake. That's wild.
Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
I suppose that's another thing that Persona had going for it, was the music. Like, every soundtrack was like top tier. The music in this one's good, it just doesn't beat Persona 5 music, honestly. Battle music's good, but Persona, dude.
Anticipating conflict.
Like, they cooked that music well done.
To a quiet stop.
Alright, so what is the game plan here? Are we actually going for Final Fight endgame sort of deal, or are we spending like a few in-game weeks to kind of like build strength up again and then finish this off? Yeah.
Isn't that...
Oi!
Oi! That monster boy's come back!
Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish.
The
half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal
Excuse me?
Highness, the Prince, returns. Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored.
Oi, if that's really His Highness,
Oi.
then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Because he's an imposter!
Yeah.
Just like Count Louis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi, calm down. At least listen.
And
Oi.
you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a parapus like you, and you spit on him. Scum!
Scum.
Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam.
Damn.
And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juno, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame!
Shame.
Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan!
Damn.
Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you!
How dare you strike out at him?
They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
Ooh. Pop my shoulder.
We'll have your heads on pikes soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves.
Oh.
How about it?
Y'all want to try?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Basically.
Oi, over here! Don't bother with them. No talking this one out. You need to run now.
Run? We can fly. What? What? Just park this bitch outside. Shit.
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt.
Bit of a jolt.
This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest?
Nah.
The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Bet. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, we're getting close to end of stream time. So next opportunity we get to save, if it be like in the next 5 seconds, then we'll go and end it there. Because I have no idea what's going to be happening over the next few bits. Never sent bet in the gauntlet run. Seems like the city's calmed down at least a tiny bit. They have a hard time wrecking our gauntlet runner, but we still shouldn't chance it. Exactly. My point exactly, dude. We should make our way over to the Hushed Honeybee, and everyone else has already gone ahead. What is that symbol next to the temperature? Foreboding. What's good? I'm assuming voice lines.
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luisa's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
Who's to say?
It's quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Blah 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 blah.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince.
Yeah, imagine that.
Right?
Coincidental?
Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on?
But you're still you, yes? You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
True. That's right.
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Probably.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky.
Bars.
You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky. Is that because...
Don't know, but the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing it, that means we might still have a chance to fix it.
Luis is doing in the royal palace, whether or not he truly desires a world overrun by humans, we won't know his mind until we confront him.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
We have no other choice.
Trap or not, we have no other choice.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can.
True.
And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
Right. If Luis is behind all these disturbances, and stopping him would be the only way to help us in the approval ratings. True. If we can restore civility and rational thought, I'll pave the way to defeating Luis. We must press on with faith in that.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Indeed.
Indeed.
If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O king.
O king.
'Tis too late today for a grand charge, I fear. Let us take a night's rest, and on the morrow, we make for the castle.
What to pick?
Alrighty then. Can we do a save right here? Yes, we can. Alright, bet. So it looks like we will pick it up tomorrow from right here. And then what I'm assuming right now, we're at like the last 10%, give or take. What I'm feeling is gonna end up happening is our final main objective will be an objective pushed off in like a few weeks or something towards, because we're almost at the beginning of October. Maybe the second or third week of October is when the deadline for whatever that is going to happen. And then between now and then, we're going to be able to grind, do some side missioning, bullshit, get our followers as high up as we possibly can until that final confrontation, whatever that might be. But that's what I'm feeling is where the game's going to go, I'm assuming. If not, we'll find out, but yeah, that's going to be in store for tomorrow. So yeah, we're definitely, if it pushes us towards the end tomorrow, then tomorrow's going to be the last stream of Metaphor. If not, then next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be a mixture of finishing off Metaphor and moving on to playing other games. In particular, we're probably going to switch over to Marvel Rivals in the in between this game and whatever next game is coming out after that. So, well, let's look forward to that, guys. So that is saved. That's good to go. All right, dudes. Thank you guys again so much for watching the stream. I appreciate it. But yeah, we will pick it up tomorrow morning for some more Metaphor. You guys have a good rest of your Thursday. If you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to give it a like. If you guys are watching over there on Twitch, be sure to hop over to YouTube. Check all the past live streams, shorts, videos, and whatnot. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your day. Until then, I will see you guys later.